Welcome and thank you for joining us. Hi, I'm Alatishe Victoria. This is the Inclusive News Network. We will be bringing you the latest news on the major stories of persons living with disability, necessary information and happenings around the nation and across the world at large. Now for the headlines. FG launches national roadmap on local production. Group hails INEC for acquiring magnifying glasses for persons with albinism. Disability Commission pledges support for MBDGN, most beautiful girl in Nigeria. Persons living with disabilities protest urge Abia Assembly for passing disability bills. We'll be back in the GFU for the major stories. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The federal government on Tuesday reiterated its commitment to ensuring the availability and affordability of assistive technologies (AT) for persons with disabilities across the country. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management of Social Development, Asadiya Umar Farouk, gave the assurance during the public presentation of standard assistive technologies for persons living with disabilities in Abuja. To attain targets 3.8 of the Sustainable Development Goals on the universal health coverage, she averred the access to assistive technology is an essential component in the continuum of healthcare and universal health coverage. The minister, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary, Dr. Nasser Gwazo, explained that roadmap was developed to pilot the implementation of the key enabling actions, activity, and programs that will be instrumental to an organized production, procurement, and distribution of assistive technologies for people living with disabilities across the country. According to her, the roadmap stipulates a guide for the production, procurement, and distribution of assistive technologies for persons living with disabilities in Nigeria. The Abino Foundation has commended the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) for acquiring magnifying glasses used by persons with albinism during the just concluded Osun governorship election 2022. Chief Executive Foundation CEO of the foundation, Jeke Pele, while making the commendation in a press statement released on Monday, July 18, 2022, also congratulated the state governor-elect Ademola Adeleke on his victory at the polls. Epele said INEC followed due process and engaged the Abino Foundation in the sampling process to ensure a quality outcome that meets global standards. Inclusive Network News gathers that the magnifying glasses were effectively deployed and many persons with albinism used them during the voting process. Epele, who is also president, Albinism Association of Nigeria, remarked, "We are glad INEC took particular interest in the usage of the magnifying glass and twisted its use by a gentleman with albinism. This welcome development assures that the 2023 general election will be conducted with the same level of interest." It encourages continuous training of INEC and ad hoc staff to ensure better compliance in future elections. The National Commission for Persons with Disability (NC-PWD) has pledged support for Africa's most populous nation's deaf beauty pageant, Most Beautiful Deaf in Nigeria. The team and organizers of Nigeria's premier Deaf Beauty Contest paid an advocacy visit to the National Commission for for Persons with Disability (NCPWD) on 14th of July 2022. The visit, apart from advocacy, was intended to solicit support for the upcoming Most Beautiful Deaf Girl in Nigeria pageant holding in Abuja this September. Mrs. Janet Fashakin, organizer of beauty contests, speaking on behalf of the visiting team, commended the Commission's good works and its redefinition of the word disability. Fashakin noted that other than showcasing fashion, glamour and beauty, the MBDGN contest aims at bringing to public awareness issues revealing the deaf community and at the same time projecting deaf women and girls in positive light to the world. Awards. We want to promote deaf rights by using the instruments of fashion, beauty and glamour. Those are our tools to drive awareness and advocate for deaf rights in our society. The disability rights advocates further pointed out that the team seeks to promote the recognition and adoption of sign language as an official language and adoption in order to boost deaf rights and dignity. She says that MBDGN event shall be sign language oriented to showcase the beauty of deaf culture. Community culture. I saw you. Yeah. 8 minutes more. I'm sure that do everything possible. As good. Because we know it comes from what we have on the page. So, very short time. Hope that what we have here to do, they go to make it. Now, we make the second report. This is this. Then we'll read and remind this how and where. Anything that we know it, but anyway, do that. Persons with disability in Abia State have called out the Right Honorable Chinedu Oji, led 7th Abia State House of Assembly, for its failure to assent the Abia Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Bill into law. Leader of protesters, former chairman, Abia State Chapter of Joint National Assembly of Persons with Disability, JONAPID, Chief Einaya Madure, while speaking the newsmen gathered at the House of Assembly gates, said, "We are now in the Abia State House of Assembly. We have decided to stay here and cook our food until the State House of Assembly pass the Disability Act into law." The Speaker, Right Honorable Engineer Chinedu Oji, had on 29th March 2021 assured that the 7th Assembly was working towards passing the Discrimination of Persons Living with Disability Bill shortly after the Easter break, when the management of the Center for the Citizens with Disabilities (CCD) paid him a courtesy visit in Umuahia.
Abia persons with disabilities are now in the Abia State of Assembly. We have decided to stay, cook our food. We will stay until House of Assembly pass Disability Act into law. The humiliation and the discrimination against persons with disability in Abia State is enormous. This is the kitchen at the National House of Assembly, Abia State of Assembly. The persons with disabilities kitchen, cooking to serve people who are in protest for the passage of Disability Act.
Inclusive Network News gathered that 1 year and 3 months after. The Abia State Discrimination Against Persons Living with Disability Bill is still gathering dust in hallowed chambers. Thank you for staying with us. Please kindly like, comment, share and follow on our social media handles on your screen. Until next week, bye.